This broadcast is for March 10, 2026, Japan time. Welcome to Samurai MLB Talk. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is a place where we explore the essence of humanity through the lens of baseball, through the way we watch the game, the spirit behind it, and the philosophy it reflects from a uniquely Japanese perspective. To our viewers in the English-speaking world, I truly hope you'll enjoy this dialogue about human nature as seen through the game of baseball. Your support means more than I can say. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Part 1, Samurai Japan's Enhanced Offensive Power and Shohei Ohtani. There was no WBC Samurai Japan game on March 9, Japan Standard Time. In this broadcast, I would like to touch upon the challenges identified from the first round to the third round of the WBC 2026, as well as the upcoming game against the Czech Republic tomorrow and the battles from the quarterfinals onward. The WBC 2026 Samurai Japan national team is said to have a weak pitching staff under the current team composition. Compared to the WBC 2023 Samurai Japan, it may indeed be inferior in terms of pitching strength. However, I believe that this team is equipped with an even stronger offensive lineup than the WBC 2023 Samurai Japan. Because the offensive power has increased by the amount that the pitching power has decreased, I consider the overall strength of the WBC 2026 Samurai Japan to be superior. In terms of numerical comparison, there are those who would naturally say that the WBC 2023 Samurai Japan was superior. However, regarding the offensive lineup, both Shohei Ohtani and Masataka Yoshida participated in the previous tournament. After the 2023 WBC, they each played in the MLB, and I believe they have grown further as players since then. As for the unicorn Shohei Ohtani, he was with the Angels when he participated in the 2023 WBC, but from 2024, he transferred to the Dodgers and achieved the historic feat of 50-50 in that season. Also, last season, he achieved a revival as a two-way player and hit 55 home runs. Compared to the time of the 2023 WBC, the current level of Shohei Ohtani is clearly higher. Also, in the 2023 WBC, Seiya Suzuki did not participate due to injury. He is participating in the 2026 WBC, and he is approaching the games with the determination to give his all, given that he could not participate in the previous tournament. He is demonstrating a wonderful performance. Thinking only of this point, I believe that Samurai Japan's offensive lineup has increased in offensive power significantly compared to 2023. I perceive that an offensive lineup sufficient to aim for a repeat championship is in place. Part 2, Pitching Strategy and Coaching Accountability. Regarding the pitching staff, as I mentioned in the previous broadcast, there are still pitchers who lack consistency. Yosei Kikuchi, who started in the game against South Korea. The start of the game is the key point for his mound appearance, but he lacked consistency. I received the impression that it will take a little more time for Yosei Kikuchi to stabilize as a starting pitcher. Then, who should be moved to the starting rotation for the quarterfinals and beyond, other than Yosei Kikuchi? Hiroyuki Miyagi. Although he is a left-handed pitcher with a small build, he is the ace of the Oryx Buffaloes after Yoshinobu Yamamoto transferred to the Dodgers. He boasts outstanding control, and we can expect him to build the game. Also, Hiromi Ito can be expected to perform well, but the commonality between Yosei Kikuchi and Hiromi Ito is that they are pitchers who push with fast balls. In the game against South Korea, both pitchers allowed runs. I consider whether there was a mistake in player usage by the Samurai Japan coaching staff. South Korea is a team that is strong against fastballs. Assigning pitchers who build their pitching mainly on fastballs, there is a strategy that carries a risk of being caught by the opponent. It would have been better if Yosei Kikuchi or Hiromi Ito could have performed pitching that exceeded the strength of South Korea's fastball hitting, but the result was the opposite. They were hit brilliantly. Regarding this point, the pitching staff alone should not be blamed. It seems necessary to consider whether the coaching staff's method of using the pitchers was correct. Part 3, the importance of the Czech game and future tasks. The game against the Czech Republic, which will be held today, March 10, Japan Standard Time, is a match that Samurai Japan cannot afford to take lightly. The reason is that it is an opportunity to test the reserve players who have not seen game action so far. Also, I would like this game to be a chance for Kensuke Kondo, who is currently in a slump, to regain his form. In addition, the game against the Czech Republic is very important for checking the condition of the starting pitcher, Hiroto Takahashi. Samurai Japan has already secured a spot in the quarterfinals, so the Czech Republic game is often seen as a dead rubber match, but that is not the case. Today's game is precisely the important match that will determine the direction of Samurai Japan from the quarterfinals onward. In the game against the Czech Republic, the participation of Kaito Kozono, who has not yet played, is expected. Kaito Kozono is a player for the NPB Hiroshima Toyo Carp and has been selected for Samurai Japan this time. Shohei Ohtani posted a photo on his Instagram of himself bumping fists with Kaito Kozono in the dugout. That photo spread instantly, and many fans were moved by the consideration and kindness Shohei Ohtani showed toward Kaito Kozono. The Instagram message read, "The Last Samurai." A photo of Shohei Ohtani and Kaito Kozono bumping fists was featured. It is wonderful. In this broadcast, I have been saying that the strength of Samurai Japan is the power of unity. I have stated many times that consideration, kindness, and thoughtfulness are the root of Samurai Japan's bond. This time, it was Shohei Ohtani who embodied it. I believe it must have been encouraging for Kaito Kozono, the only player on Samurai Japan who has not yet played in this WBC. I expect Kaito Kozono to participate and play an active role in today's game against the Czech Republic. While it has already been decided that Samurai Japan will move on to the quarterfinals, how should the battles from that point onward proceed? The challenges that emerged in the first round of the WBC. First is the usage of starting pitchers. As mentioned earlier, we must consider how to use them based on the characteristics of the opposing team. Instead of sending pitchers who rely on fastballs against a team strong against heat, like South Korea, I think one strategy is to utilize pitchers with a variety of breaking balls to keep the opponent off balance. Also, there was the base running mistake by Shigeru Maki in the game against Australia. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, the batter was Shohei Ohtani. In that massive opportunity, the second base runner, Shigeru Maki, was picked off, and the chance was lost. You cannot win in the quarterfinals with plays like that. Shigeru Maki said he was focused on scoring if a hit was made because the batter was Shohei Ohtani, but if you are out before that happens, it doesn't matter who the batter is, you won't score. You need to play smart baseball and read the situation. In the quarterfinals and beyond, such mistakes must be absolutely eliminated. Also, the throwing error to third base by catcher Kenya Wakatsuki. It is said that the foundation of baseball is catch and throw. That is how vital it is to handle the ball correctly. Kenya Wakatsuki is a renowned catcher who paired with Yoshinobu Yamamoto at the Oryx Buffaloes and helped lead the team to a championship. A player of his caliber should not be allowing a run with a throwing error like that. I want catcher Kenya Wakatsuki to be deeply mindful so that he never makes such a mistake again. The one positive from that scene was that, although a run was lost due to Wakatsuki's error, Chihiro Sumida on the mound did not get rattled. He displayed the same calm pitching as before the error and limited the damage to just 1 run, which was brilliant. Although he is a young pitcher, he is proving to be a very reliable asset. I am looking forward to seeing Chihiro Sumida's performance in the quarterfinals and beyond. March 10, Japan Standard Time. What kind of performance will Samurai Japan show in today's game against the Czech Republic? I will be watching closely for the condition of the players and whether any new lessons or progress are made for the challenges ahead in the quarterfinals. That is all for this broadcast. Thank you very much.